I am very excited about the contents of this box. They're so wee. Okay, switch cameras. Hopefully that light is a little better. I'll look a little less Oompa Loompa-ish. I have a friend who owns a hatchery in North California. We met through Instagram, being fellow chicken ladies. And I got some chicks from her in the spring, which actually recently did a tour of the inside of my coop and introduced you to my flock, and I showed you my most beautiful hen, which is a double lace Barnevelder, which came from Alchemist Farms. And I actually have been on the lookout for some quail eggs. And you know, kind of getting the end of the season, we're trying to get into this now, getting into winter where our chickens are taking a break. And so I thought, I'm gonna message my friend. And we actually worked out a really cool trade. And I'm sending her some seeds and a journal, and she sent me some quail hatching eggs. You gotta love bartering. Now she does a really cool thing. She does selective breeding and hatching to bring out the blue in her quail eggs. So here are the regular quail eggs. They're so little. And here are the blue quail eggs. Isn't that amazing? And so a lot of them are still speckled, but she has done selective breeding. So she actually explained this in a recent Instagram post, and I thought it was really fascinating. What she does is she selects the eggs that have a really heavy bloom, like this one, and the bloom is just that coating that's on the outside of an egg. I need to stop touching those so much, though. I won't have an issue hatching. And as it goes on, she will select eggs that are a little more blue and a little more blue, like this one has a little bit of a blue tint to it. And basically these are the eggs that she'll hatch, and then as they develop, you know, the hens mature and start laying. Eventually, after many generations of that, you end up with hens that lay blue. So this is unlike chickens, which certain chicken breeds carry a blue egg laying gene, like Americanas and Crested Cream Leg Bars. Now their shell is actually blue, like the inside of their shell is blue, very bright blue. This is a little different because the birds that are laying the really blue eggs are actually the same breed that are laying the speckled ones. So really cool. I'm so excited to load the incubator up with these. They hatch quick, 17 days on average. And so we will have quail on our farm in no time. And actually, even more interesting, they begin laying eggs themselves in 6 weeks. So I will have my own quail eggs before too long that were laid here. I am very excited. Rose over at Wholesome Roots talks a lot about quail, and recently when we visited Sarah and Kevin at Living Traditions, they showed us their quill, and that was actually what made Jeremiah say, all right, let's go for this. He saw theirs and was like, okay, this seems manageable, this seems doable, let's do it. And I'd been kind of already looking out for some eggs and unable to find any locally. So I was really excited to get these from Alchemist Farms, and she has really good birds. So I'm very confident that these are gonna do really well for us. And look at that. That is the smallest hatching egg I have ever had. When these things hatch, they're seriously just like minuscule. Now I'm just waiting on Maya to get home, and I'm gonna have him help me dig out the incubator, which is in storage because I don't usually hatch anything this late, but we're gonna do it for the quail. I'm gonna have him dig it out, and we are going to hatch us some quail. These little scissors are actually how you quickly open quail eggs, because they're so small that it would be like really tedious. Obviously I'm not going to use these yet because these are hatching eggs, but you just cut them with these scissors and cut them right in half. Isn't that neat? She threw those in for me too. So awesome. Oh, my precious. There's my Jackie. Hi. Jack. Jackson's birthday is tomorrow, so you guys will actually be seeing this video on Jackson's birthday. Jackson is turning 13 tomorrow. The boy who made me a mom. Happy early birthday. My last night without having a teenage boy for a long time. So 13 years ago tonight, I was massively pregnant, 19 years old, and I had had false labor for a week and a half. I had no idea what real labor felt like. Obviously, I'd never had a baby before. And so I had determined that I would not go to the hospital again unless I was in full-blown labor. Well, they scheduled an induction because I was well past my due date for November 9th. And that morning, so tomorrow morning, 13 years ago, I woke up full on in labor, but I would not go to the hospital. It was still fairly early, but the contractions were different. And I went the whole day, and I mean, I went to lunch with my mom and went and picked my little brother and sister up from school and just went the whole day. And that night, I was supposed to be at the hospital at 8 o'clock. I went out to eat beforehand at IHOP. And when I got to the hospital, I went in and I was like, well, I don't think I'm gonna need to be induced. I'm in labor. And they were like, oh, pish posh, because I'd been up there 3 times already and sent home. And I refused to get sent home again. I was like, the next time I go to this hospital, I'm coming home with a baby. Well, when I got in there and they checked me, I was already at 6 centimeters, and he was born like less than 2 hours later. My little Jack.
I'm excited to be a teenager. It'll be a lot different, and I'm not used to being around this camera either.
He's so cute. Hold on. Look, hold on. No, don't grab him. Let me show you. Let me fix the camera because I want to see you. Okay. Oh, look, there's your cute face. Okay, look, I gotta show you something exciting. Okay, look. See these tiny eggs? They're called quail eggs. No. Okay, hold your hand out like this. Okay, hold on. So tiny. Now listen. The little babies that are gonna come out of here will be so tiny. Okay, so Benjamin came in to check out the quail eggs, and we accidentally broke an egg. So we're gonna cook it. I'm gonna fry it up for Benjamin, a tiny fried egg. You excited to eat this tiny egg?
It's done.
I haven't put it in the pan yet. It's the tiniest egg. I put way too much butter in there. That was total waste. I need to cook some other eggs now. Sit down. You're making me nervous. Look at that. This honestly makes me wish I had some tinier plates. They say that about 3 quail eggs equates 1 chicken egg.
I would need to eat 9 quail eggs to be my average amount of breakfast eggs.
Yes, that is the correct math. I need, like, sit down. I feel like I need like a tiny spatula. Oh look, here is the tiny spatula. Oh gosh. Oh.
What's this tiny spatula?
Yep, it looks like I kind of overcooked it, but here we go. Okay, still a little runny. Just like you like it. You gonna eat the tiny egg? Sit down, sit down. You can eat it right there. Here, let me get you a fork. Let's put some salt on it. There it is, the tiny egg. What do you think?
I already got a fork.
That's not clean. Let me have that. Okay, clean fork. Do you want some salt on it?
Yep. It's right there. Here.
Okay, hold on. Here, let's put some salt on your tiny egg. Okay, there you go.
What?
You're just gonna pick it up. It's a one bite egg. Is that good? You like quail eggs? Good, I'm glad. We're about to have a lot of them.
When you
What?
break another one, let me eat it.
I hope I don't break any more, baby. But hey, we're gonna hatch them, and in 2 weeks we'll have lots of little chicks, and in 6 weeks we'll have hens that are laying eggs for us, and we'll get to eat those eggs whenever we want.
Oh, so we can crack them?
Yeah. You liked that one bite egg?
I don't have another one.
Nope. We're gonna hatch them.